What's up YouTube, this is Ultra Rye, and today I just want to go over 4 tips to help you in the Hotaru matchup. Now, a lot of these tips just have to deal with winning the neutral and going against her pressure. So let's get started. The first tip I want to go over is this light string, right? A lot of Hotarus, they like to use a 3-button light string. And they'll come in and they'll go like this. And if you are blocking, then they're not going to continue the combo. But if they hit you, then they're going to go into a combo in a Oki situation. If you rev guard the second hit of this string, the third hit will whiff and you get a wild punish. Now you got to be quick, but it looks something like this. You see there, I get the wild punish. I rev guard the second hit of this string, and it made the third button whiff, and I got a wild punish. And let's look at that again. And then, you get the full combo. You make them pay for it. So if someone's pressuring with you lights, that is something that you can use that's going to help with that pressure. All right, the next thing I'm going to go over is close heavy kick feint. And after a close heavy kick feint, if it's blocked, a lot of times they're going to go like this. They're going to try to catch you because it's a frame trap. This feinted into this is a frame trap. And this jails, right? And if you happen to block that, then I just break it and I'm still +3. If I break this, I'm +3. So if this hits, I get a full combo. If it's blocked, I break it and it's +3, and then it's still my turn. I can go for another frame trap because this kind of loops, right? You can do like that and you can just loop it. And you can just do this until obviously you get overheated, right? But you don't have to wait for that frame trap. You need to learn to hyper block this right here, right? Once they go into this, you need to learn to hyper block one of the 3 hits that come out before they can break it. It's going to look something like that, and as you can see, it's easiest to do the last hit. Now this is going to take practice and something that you're going to practice, but if you can shut this move down, you shut down a lot of her offense because she just can't get free pressure every time she lands a hit, right? Every time I can pretty much do this, get free pressure, now I'm in, oh you block, command grab, and do a combo. So don't let Hotaru get away with that, and that is one of the main strings that you're going to have to learn to hyper block. For the third thing we're going to deal with is Hotaru's cross-up, right? Now, off of the same string, right? The feint, and then they go to cross you up, because maybe you're trying to just defend this, right? Like, oh, they're going to try to just defend this. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try to cross you up, right? Because if you're just defending, you're blocking the other direction. So you can deal with this 2 ways. One way is to walk underneath, right? And it looks like this. And then, make sure you get a full combo if you're going to do this, right? They come in and hit them with your max damage combo. Make sure they don't try that again. Now, Hotaru's different because she can jump and use rev guard and turn around. So she can make any button a cross up, right? It doesn't have to be the standard jump heavy or jump light kick. It can be any button. So you can also just DP the other way, right? Walk forward a little bit and DP, and it'll look like this. And then make sure you hit your full combo. So that's 2 ways to deal with her cross-up, right? Now it ain't always going to be off of that string, but if you think a cross-up is coming, those are 2 ways that you normally deal with it. The next thing I'm going to go over is countering her wild punish setups, right? There's 2 main ways when I'm playing that I try to get a wild punish. I do this 2-hit light string, and then I back up, let you throw a button, and I whiff punish it. Or I do far standing heavy kick, and I back up, and then I try to whiff punish it, right? So then you're gonna defend both of these the same way. And it's gonna be throwing out a feint, right? Because when you go to whiff punish a button, you're reacting to them movement, right? You're like, I'm watching them throw a button, they throw that button, and then you whiff punish it, right? Especially if it's one of the longer ones. You're not like, oh, see the button come completely out and then whiff punish it because you're going to be super late. It's not that easy. So if she came in to do it right and I went to hit a button, I just get wild punished. But if I throw a feint, I can actually wild punish their wild punish at 10. Bam, because they just reacted to it and then you make them get huge damage. This also works off a far heavy kick. Wild punished. And then, you know, you obviously make them pay if you're going to get a wild punish. So those are just a couple tips that will help you with this matchup. If there's anything else you're having trouble with this matchup, let me know. I'm going to try to do this for every character for y'all just to help y'all out. And I know dealing with Hotaru in the neutral can be a pain, but hopefully these tips will help you out a little bit. I appreciate the support and y'all have a fantastic day.